My name is Alex Mendez. People call me Goldenboy. I've been involved in competitive gaming for about 10 years now, dating back to Call of Duty 2 on the Xbox 360. Actually, no, I would probably be Halo 2. And yeah, random. Let's see. I am I'm very much addicted to Utz hot chips. It's my thing.
Hot chips.
Utz hot chips. If you ever had them, they're like fire chips. Has like fire on the bag and everything. It's delicious.
Fire hot or whatever.
Yeah, the fire hot. Yeah, those are good. I'm addicted. I eat like a bag every like couple weeks. It's really bad.
So like flaming hot Cheetos?
Flaming hot Cheetos as well. It's another thing, man. That's my jam, honestly. And I'm addicted to Space Jam remixes.
Space Jam remixes?
Yeah, guilty as charged. Space Jam remixes. Subreddit, come on and slam. Check it out, dude.
Damn. I will.
It's so good.
It's pretty awesome. All right. So how did you get into esports?
It was a fluke, actually. I mean, like, as far as like being a commentator was concerned, I was asked, if I wanted to do something for Uncharted by MLG. A good friend of mine by the name of Nexi had asked me, and he was the producer at that time for the Call of Duty Black Ops stream. He asked me if I wanted to do Uncharted, and then he also asked me later on when the other commentator, Holiday Doc, couldn't make it. He asked me if I wanted to do it. So I was just like, yeah, sure. So I decided to take it. I was so bad. Looking back at it, it was so terrible. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. I learned a lot from it. And moving forward, I just kept on doing more Call of Duty.
Cool. So you played Call of Duty before that, right?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I was a competitor prior to that. I was one of those people out there in the pit struggling, finding the right combination of 4 people to make magic happen. But for the most part, just didn't pan out that way. I'm a married man, been married for about 5 years now, and at that time it was very stressful for me to have to make a decision.
Call of Duty Ghosts, what do you think so far?
I like the game. I think it has some things that it needs to work on. Obviously, I think the lack of capture the flag has been a little bit it has been missed. That much is for certain. Especially as Hardpoint 2 has definitely been missed. But I will say this much though: if we continue on like this, I think it's up to us as casters to present it a little bit better and be able to know when when those moments are going to happen, when that player is going to go in and push and cap a goal. So I think for the most part, as a broadcaster, it's pretty good. But as far as just playing it, it's actually really fun. Just playing with my friends has just been a blast. I am a little bummed out no league play, but I think clan play also kind of helps out with that. And I'm assuming more people are going to get a little bit more involved in it moving forward, especially as the new Call of Duty Championships rolls around.
Okay. How do you think the Call of Duty Championships are going to pan out, seeing as there's been kind of decreased viewership since Call of Duty Ghosts came out?
I think it's going to go out. I think it's going to go with a bang. Call of Duty Championships was the injection into the COD community that that it needed, and MLG is doing a great job of keeping that going. And I honestly think that moving forward, Call of Duty Championships it's going to be a great event. I honestly can't wait for it to happen. The first COD Champs was just a mind-blowing spectacle, and I hope that happens again. And I'm sure it will, because Activision is very committed, and that's always a good thing.
Awesome. How active are you in the community?
Very active. I tweet to anyone. I'm always looking at what people are doing, what people are talking about. Honestly, I love it. And I've been involved in the. I'm always a community guy, so I've been involved in it for so long now that, truth be told, it's a big part of the reason why I keep on doing it. Because without the community, this is all nothing. You know what I mean? Without the supporters and whatnot. So it's been great. You got to give back. Got to help out.
So did you ever run your own channel on YouTube or your own Twitch channel?
So I do have my own Twitch, my own YouTube. I love to just create videos and edit it. So for me, that's kind of been my joy. So on YouTube, I have a channel. You could just search Goldenboy FTW and you'll find it. It's actually Goldenboy FTW TV, and then YouTube's Goldenboy FTW. And I stream as well, but because of my hectic travel schedule the last couple of weeks, it's been rather difficult. But with the next gen consoles coming out, I'm definitely going to be streaming a lot more because there's so many great games.
If you were on the dev floor right now of Infinity Ward and you could pick anything in the game to choose and fix or add or take away, what would you do?
Well, for one, I would definitely go through the broadcaster mode and go over that with a fine-tooth comb. I think that would be most importantly my number one thing as a broadcaster. But let's see, as far as gameplay is concerned, I most certainly would go and see if there's a way that we can combine the pick 10 system with the point perk system. or perk point system that they have in Call of Duty Ghost. I think that's actually, those two mechanics are really, really good. I think the pick 10 was a big reason why Black Ops 2 was so successful. And now this new 10-point perk system, 10-point perk system is really fun. I don't know if it's 10 points. I just call it point perks, but it's really fun, and I like it. And I hope that they continue to just add on to it and find creative ways to allow you to set up your classes, because that's going to add so much diversity in the competitive scene.
Awesome. If you could go out there and play with one team right now on the floor, who would it be?
Caliber, Team Caliber. I would join Caliber in a heartbeat. I respect that team. I respect that organization so much. And Neslo is a good friend of mine. So, he's a close personal friend that, we talk all the time. I mentor him, and he yells at me, and we have a good relationship. But yeah, Caliber, any day of the week. I would coach Caliber too if I had the opportunity to. I mean, I would. I've been contemplating on the idea of going and coaching, just because it's fun being able to just get back in there and get passionate again. But I love casting, so it's kind of like I can't do both. I have to pick one. And for the right now, casting is certainly is where my heart is. But yeah, if I had to get on the floor right now and work with a team, it certainly would be Caliber.
Right. So I got to ask you this question. Hypothetically, you were given the opportunity to punch one person in the face, and only they would know about it. No one else would know. You'd never get any repercussions, and absolutely nothing would happen except you would know it, they would know it. They would get.
Does it have to be a Call of Duty player, or can it just be a random person?
Just a random person.
Justin Bieber, hands down. I would punch him in the face, and I would tweet it immediately. No, I mean. Then again, though, that picture of him being carried up on the Great Wall of China, that was pretty crappy. So I would probably punch him for that.
What are your plans for after esports?
Well, my whole thing is I did this because I loved it. I never had any aspirations of working in the field, but now after doing all this, I certainly would like to get into it. I don't know where, I don't know how, I don't know who, but I'll get there eventually. I'll make that decision. Sooner than rather than later. But esports, I'm gonna love this ride, man. It's great. I love it. I want to see it grow. I've been here since the start for Call of Duty at least, and I'm just gonna continue to support it. So, but most I could do,
Say Battlefield took over as the primary FPS for MLG. Would you switch over to Battlefield?
I do Battlefield stuff all the time already. So, I mean, I've worked very closely with EA. I mean, I would like to see both of them coexist. I don't see why not. And I could do both because I know both games. I love Battlefield 4. It's a fun game. I could play it all day. So honestly, for me, if it came down that someone said, "Hey man, you want to commentate Battlefield like the guys at DreamHack did for me," and I'm going there in Sweden, as obviously you could tell, yeah, I'll commentate Battlefield because I enjoy video games. Period. I'm not about favoritism. I love video games, and if it's a video game I love and enjoy, I'm gonna support it, and that's just how I am.
What advice do you have to people at home that are trying to make it in esports or on the gaming world in general?
Find a role that you're good at and work and continue to work at it. That's it. Don't try and be yourself. That's the most important thing. Be yourself. Be happy, and 100% don't do it just because you want money or fame. Do it because you genuinely enjoy it. Because the last thing we need are fake people, coming out there thinking that, they could do this and it's an easy trip. It's because it's not. As Fwiz and I were talking about earlier, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Anything else you want to say to the people at home?
No, I mean just thanks, and continue to watch Call of Duty and competitive FPS because that's what I love, and I want to continue to see it grow.
Awesome, and this has been Ben for FPSGeneral. Thanks for stopping by. Peace out, guys.